Hello everybody, welcome to another guide and tutorial for the golden shot difficulty level. It's a medium and I will show you 4 shots in how to crush the new Shi Feng Basin course hole number 7, which was the one that I was hoping for when it comes to the hard version. But in the end, I'm pleased with the hard version, but also pleased with the medium version. And this is one of the few times I can actually say that it doesn't really matter which one you pick. I think both of them has its value and are really good as well. Before we take a closer look, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that do want to take the next step in your game, scan the QR code that is on the text guide for the golden shot, or go directly to patreon.com/gold/Tommy. Tour guides and tournament guides, and you can start as low as $1.50. Alright, Shi Feng Basin, hole number 7. Here we're gonna bounce up towards the pin, loads of fairway, and the difficult part here for me was to find a solid landing position because we don't really have any type of lines to use. Sure, we could have found min line in headwind and crosswinds, but that would complicate it in tailwind. So I decided to use the ball guideline as a standalone reference. We do have the Onyx chest, we do have the Fire chest, Scarlet chest, Topaz chest, and the Azure chest to be one. All of them includes Kingmakers and obviously cards as well. You can be lucky getting some really good cards even here in medium. You don't have to play hard for that, but you are more likely, a little bit more likely to have more and good cards in the hard version. Press the question mark on the top right for the frequently asked questions, but also a possibility then for you to send in a ticket to the Gold Flash support. Golden long iron, max +5 is what we are using. A low battery warning there, but landing position is the following. We do have the ball guideline as once again as an alone reference, and what I mean with that is that we use the second bounce to be at the mark between as you can see on the without the rings is the bright and the dark green square row. Otherwise it's just before the red ring. Approximately it is one green square before the hole. So use whatever reference that you feel fit for your eyes and go with that. And that is before spin. Very important, because if you add spin and try to follow that reference, you're gonna be miles off. All right, let's take a look at the shots. We have 4 shots for you, and we start with a wind that is wind coming right to left with a little bit more crosswind than tailwind, and 4.7 miles per hour. You can see I'm looking for the spot and adding spins, and here I'm using 4 backspin, you can see, and a little bit of right spin. 4.7 miles per hour gives us 2.7 rings, and we're always pulling over the bullseye, regardless if it is the medium version or the hard version. Center the ball and hit perfect. And we do have the ball to bounce on the fairway up towards the pin. Can we get the ball to drop? We cannot, but we're sitting just right of the pin. Good speed though, and the side spin was most definitely not necessary. Let's take a look what we do get in the Fire chest here, besides the Kingmaker. Do have Castaway cards, which is good on this account, as I do obviously want to max out all the clubs. But in general, Castaway is kind of crap. Wind coming left to right. And we do have, once again, trying to find the spot. Having only the big dark blue ring is actually the toughest one to have left, because it's the hardest one then to see the reference with the ball guideline. 3.3 miles per hour is 1.9 rings. We center the ball and hit perfect. Bounces up towards the pin, and you can see here now that we are burning the left edge. A little bit unlucky, burned the right edge on the first one, burning left edge on this one. Let's see if we can't scoop it in for a hole-in-one here on the third shot. On Kingmakers, and obviously not that many cards, but still, you know, something in card way. All right, setting it up, we have wind coming left to right. We're using 3.5 backspin. 0.1 left spin, 4.8 miles per hour is 2.7 rings, and we're pulling over the bullseye. So we set the top of the ball on the take shot button at the 1.7 mark. Pulling over the bullseye, center the ball and hit perfect, and this will give you a good chance for a drop. There we go. Bounces on the fairway up towards the pin, getting a hard left drop with a swirl in, but who cares really, it's an hole-in-one, and we do have the Onyx chest to take a look at. We do have the 8 Kingmakers, and then let's see what epic we're getting as well, like what epic card, which is Horizon, which isn't bad, but obviously not what we're looking for if we can be picky. Right? We do have, again, finding the reference. Now we have a wind that is slight headwind together with crosswind. So I'm using some type of in-between. Like if I'm looking at the slight headwind and crosswind angle combined with the straight crosswind angle, I'm using the in-between number here, as this is an in-between angle for me. 3.1 miles per hour is 1.8 rings. Center the ball. And it's perfect. And the ball bounces on the fairway up towards the pin. And this time, we're dropping it more, not center cup, but not a swirl in at least. And we're getting ourselves another hole-in-one. This is a good chance for you to stock up with some Kingmakers. Have in mind though that I don't see this one to be easier than the hard one. I don't see the hard one to be easier than the medium one. So in the end, you shall pick the golden shot with your free shot that you feel like, okay, do I need the Berserkers more, or do I need the Kingmakers more? If you don't need either of those balls, then go with the hard one, because in my opinion, that's where you do get the best cards. So let's take a look at the text guide here, ladies and gentlemen, and we do have that as always made by Tony Richardson based on my shots and my shots alone. Make sure to subscribe to Tony's channel, that would make me happy. Shot structure before spin, very important. Second bounce to be in line with the hole on the line between bright and dark green square row, approximately 1 green square short of pin. And if you do have the red ring still to get, then you can use to be just by the edge of the red ring as an extra reference. Spins, direct tailwind, 4 backspin, wind coming left to right, tailwind, 3.8 backspin. Same with wind coming right to left with tailwind. Wind coming left to right with crosswind, 3.5 back, 0.1 left. Wind coming right to left with crosswind, 3.5 back, 0.1 right. Wind coming left to right with headwind on both directions. We do have 3 backspin and direct headwind 2.6. Backspin, so very simple spins. VPR on the right hand side, long iron, max plus 5. Find the text guide on our Golden Shot page on golfclashtommy.com. Your source for free content. We do have literally everything, and everything there is for free. And again, sign up on Patreon for as little as $1.50. Start accessing tour guides, tournament guides, and then obviously we do have other packages as well. So we have something for each and every one. Scan the QR code on the guide, or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy in the description down below. Thank you so much. Good luck in your Golf Clash game.